It does come with some caveats in terms of the criteria for drug checking as set by the government at the time. So the licence was received in November 2023. We had to reapply for the licence when we changed our legal entity in September 2022, having held a licence previously. So this is not without its complications, and these are the various things that I've needed to navigate in the last couple of years. But it is progress, and it's positive that we now have a regular drug checking service. And I think Josh mentioned this sort of in the questions towards the end, is what are the ways forward in terms of drug checking and drug testing. And certainly from our point of view, whilst we would like to see a return to drug checking within festivals, our priority at the moment is trying to get these set up in city centre and wider communities. There is a much better level of access, universal access for people if we do take these outside of festivals. Festivals are attended by certain groups, certain members of our population, but they're often costly in terms of tickets, and we will only be reaching a certain number of our local communities. And certainly drug use goes much broader than just in festival environments. And one of the things that I was saying, sort of when we did have to pull back from our festival testing, when there was a lot of media coverage regarding we need festival testing, yes we do, but we also need it all year round. Drug use is not a seasonal activity. So that gives you a little bit of history and background to the organisation. I've talked about our drug checking, our drug testing services, but really these are the vehicle by which we then sort of think about our broader harm reduction services, and both direct and indirect engagement with people in terms of harm reduction messaging. So our drug checking does enable us to speak directly to individuals and talk to them, and a tailored brief intervention, harm reduction consultation regarding their particular drug use. And we're able to, through drug checking, also understand what people think that they have submitted to us. So we're able to gauge mis-selling as well. And that's really important because we won't always establish that through our drug testing. If it is drugs that have simply been collected, thrown into confiscation, amnesty bin, we don't know the source of those, we don't know people's drug using intentions around those. So it's helpful in terms of drug intelligence, but we're missing that piece of the jigsaw in terms of that purchase intent. And so our drug checking really enables us to understand a little bit more regarding the local drug market and people's understanding of and their intentions around what they're wishing to use.